for a discussion leading to pending decisions for regarding fees charged for election and other public information. I believe I sent the clerk the letter from the Republicans.
Yep. I
Okay.
have it and I reviewed it.
And so we had this request on why we're charging this, and then they sent me an email this morning saying that they, in their mind, it would be cheaper to do a PRR at 10 cents a copy or whatever than it would be to keep doing this. So I don't know. Do you have any comments on this issue or question? Or,
Well,
right.
This is for the receiving request for the registered voters list, right? Is that what they're asking for?
That, and they asked for a lot of other things too.
With the registered voter list, the code says that the county needs to Idaho Code 34.
34 what? 37?
Yep.
Okay, I'm looking at the same code and it says any person desiring a copy of the original list shall be furnished the same, which we do.
Mhm.
And that the county clerk shall assess the individual an amount which will compensate the county for the cost of reproducing such a copy. So we reached out when we did this. So the way, little history, when Savannah came on board, elections, obviously, and also about what we can and can't do and provide and all that kind of stuff. One of the things she found out was that we were to be charging for those lists, which we had never charged for in the past. That's where the charge change came from.
So what
Back
if
in
you're
21.
just supposed to charge for copies of the list?
No, not necessarily. So we reached out to other counties. This is the voter registration request report. That's what they charge.
And that's another, whose county is that one?
This is Boise.
Boise.
And it's very similar in other counties. So I guess the thing is we get letters from Linda through all elections. And we get them from other people as well, not just Linda. Like the type of records that they want, like we'll get one, Savannah gets them and she can speak to this every Friday, that Linda wants a list of all the people that voted absentee. She wants a list of all the people that voted. She wants it by district or by precinct.
Now, is there an
So
easier
there's-
way for her to do that? One of the things
It's
I'm
not
looking
online.
at is this is part of our American heritage, is actually to get people to do that, to be able to go
And we
out
do.
and have the Republicans and the Democrats, and we need to make it, easier. So is there an easier way we can do this that would be less cost effective? Because we do have a lot of districts. We have, we've got a lot of
It's
money.
revenue into current expense, which we sorely need, very badly need. And if you take it away from current expense, where are we gonna make that?
Well, we want to make sure that it's fair. And
It's
that's
fair
what we
because they
want.
charge the same thing for any absentee and the absentee. We don't charge for that. That takes my clerk's time to run those reports every time. And we do it every Friday or whenever it's asked by anybody for that issue. All the other things that we get for anybody. And it's been $20. We got that fee from the state. That's what they're using, and so that's what we use.
About how much time does it take to run a?
Depends on what else she's asked for, correct?
Because I have no understanding of this.
It would take 10 minutes, but it's,
Can you dump data? Whoever, and then they can take that data and bring it into their system. I can do it easily through Excel or any other system.
yeah.
But can you dump all the data? Can you dump the whole system? Can you
No.
ask?
No, because they're asking for specifics. If it's detailed, say for example, I want precinct 9 and I only want this fire district and I only want the Republicans. It's a whole different report than it would be, I want all the fire districts for the entire county.
Is BJ the one that runs the system?
No.
Computer, or not
The state
computer,
does.
it's state.
The state? Well, I'll ask the state. Because that would make it easier, because if you can just dump the data, you would do it one time
But the
when all the
data
voter is.
evolving. That's the issue.
It changes
It
daily.
changes daily. It's evolving. It's always different. I remove voters, I add voters, voters change their location. Not, it's not something that's the same. Today is not gonna be the same as tomorrow if I run the report, and that's why it's asked for frequently, because they're trying to, say, for example, if it comes from a precinct or, a party, that they wanna make voter lists so that they can do mailings, right?
Mhm.
They want the most current, the last for who voted in the last general election and the Republican Party in these precincts. That is consistently the same because it's something that's, right?
Is your
But if
data
it's
live with the state?
Hmm?
Is your data live with the state? So basically what you enter in, it goes to the state.
Mhm.
So maybe we should be asking the state.
If you request it from the state, you'll pay $20.
Give them the data. You give them in a CSV file. I'll ask the state, but
Travis,
it's gonna.
historically, we get public records requests all the time on election information to run reports. We get them. We're seeing one time where the state will run our reports for us, ever.
Well, maybe we can make it easier and maybe they have something easy, like I'm saying, they can dump the data or do something, do it into a ASCII file or whatever else, a common. So there's easy ways to do it.
Did I understand you right to say if they called the state, they'd get the same? All right, so we need a little more research
Yeah.
into that.
Let's do that.
Okay. Any other input or suggestions on that? What we're charging right now, if I understood you to summarize, is what the state charges for the same reports. So it's probably what Kootenai or similar neighboring counties are charging. That might be something we could look at too, to see what our neighboring counties are doing. Because if I read the law right, it sort of implies that we should be charging what it actually.
That's really dependent on what it is, what they're asking, how long it takes.
What's a big project? Like if they ask for something difficult? Like, do you ever spend an hour on these things?
If it's something that's in the past, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what all the registered voters that voted in the last.
General
The
election.
general election is usually the big one,
Yeah.
but are they looking at it by precinct? If they are, and they only ask for one precinct, if they ask for it again, then it's another $20 charge. It's another time that we have to run.
Another report.
Right.
Right.
And for particular people who have asked multiple times, I have suggested it might be easier if they ask for an overall. And then, because if you ask for an overall for county, it's gonna break it down by precinct.
Mhm.
So if you're asking, let's say, for a particular district, let's just say water district, for example, and you ask for the entire county, it will show you who's in that water district in each precinct rather than asking individual. Exactly.
Well,
So then
that's
it's
good to
much
know
more
too.
all inclusive, so you can say,
like for who voted. And then they could also do it for, to see who's registered, but that is a static thing that changes every day.
yep,
It's just the prior year that
it's the same.
is the same,
Okay,
the prior election.
well, that's good information to know
Yep.
about that. Thank you for helping us to understand this.
Yeah.
Any further questions?
No.
Commissioner?
Just look, do some homework and
Thank you guys for
Yeah,
taking
thank you.
time to help us out. Look like